Hello everybody and welcome to Attunement Tarot. My name is Robin and we will be doing a pick a pile reading today for you and them. So this is a relationship reading. I will go ahead and present the 3 piles and you can take your time and intuitively pick accordingly. So pile number 1 is going to be this Sunstone Heart. Okay, it's pile number 1 with the Alphonse Mucha Tarot. Pile number 2 is a Blue Apatite Heart with the Forest of Enchantment Tarot. And pile number 3 is a Dendritic Opal. Dendritic Opal Heart with the Tarot Made Easy or Tarot Your Way by Barbara Moore. Okay, so go on ahead and pick your pile and I will see you at your reading. Hello pile 1, if you picked the Sunstone Heart and the Alphonse Mucha Tarot, this is your reading. Put that over there. All right, let's get into it. Okay. So as I said in the intro, we are going to be looking at your energy, your person's energy, and the way that the relationship is at this time, and the potential outcome. Okay. Along the way, we may clarify, but it's no guarantee that I'm going to be clarifying every card. However, these readings tend to go a little bit long because I do like to be nosy. All right. So I will go ahead and invite Spirit in at this time. Invite Spirit in at this time with so much gratitude and respectfully request a message for pile number 1 for their greatest and highest good at this time. Please and thank you, Spirit. Okay, and I'm sorry I didn't mention it earlier, but this will be your energy and their energy, but you know, take it as it resonates, and if it seems like flip-flopped and this you resonate more with this side and you know them with this side, then take it that way. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and I'll check and see if this is in the frame real quick. Because given this spread, it's like I gotta kind of pile these cards on top of each other. So apologies for that. Just want you guys to be able to see the whole shebang here. A lot of adjusting. Go ahead and fast forward this part. Maybe I'll stand up and deal these out next time for the next 2 piles. Okay. Okay. Pile number 1. What do we have on the bottom of the deck? Energy. we have the Wheel of Fortune, okay? So I haven't really even taken in much about what these cards are. However, with the Wheel of Fortune, I would wonder if this is something that you have, if you have a relationship with someone where you're kind of like lockstep in some sort of pattern, some kind of cycle. Okay, this may not be your first rodeo, but let's get into it. Okay. On your side, pile number 1, you have the Two of Pentacles, the Fool, the Hermit, and the Page, or the Knight, rather, the Knight of Cups. So straight away, that looks to me like, you know, you may have been going back and forth on a new beginning here, but after a lot of reflection and a lot of soul searching, you're deciding to move forward and offer your cup. Now, this could be moving forward towards your person with a renewed kind of cup here, with the keeping an open heart and still staying quite dreamy. Could possibly be wanting to renew this connection, or you've done some soul searching and you've decided, yes, it's best for me to just have a whole brand new beginning. I'm gonna put a bow on this relationship here and just try to keep my heart open in the midst of this ending here, okay? And, you know, just keep it moving, so to speak. And I don't see that you have, if that's the case for you, I don't see that you have any particular person in mind. That's not the energy that I get from this Knight of Cups. The energy that I get from that Knight of Cups is just remaining, keeping your heart open, okay? So for your person, there's a Three of Wands, the Page of Wands, the King of Pentacles, and the Hierophant. So your person is in more of a semi-apprehensive energy when it comes to this connection, okay? I get the sense that what they're trying to do, or what they are doing at this time, is really focusing on their tangible world, okay? A lot of times when matters of the heart become quite confusing for us, or maybe even it's an area of our life that we really don't even want to turn our attention toward, we can then become very focused, rechanneling that energy towards the things that are very tangible in our lives, okay? With the Hierophant here, I am also seeing your person taking this process very seriously for themselves and for the connection. You've been doing some soul searching. It would appear that they have been as well. However, they could be seeking assistance from a mentor, a guide, their own inner spiritual moral compass as well, okay? So there's that. Let me see here, because this is very strong energy. This is very strong energy. Yeah, I mean, they are waiting. Maybe they're waiting or they're like on the precipice of stepping through a gateway, and they do find that stepping through this gateway would put them at beginner energy. So there's a lot of kind of on the threshold here, okay, of moving forward, stepping through the gateway. There is apprehension on their end, though. They are inspired. They are inspired, but there's a little bit of, you know, they can tell themselves like, I can do this. But this page in this deck, when they're like biting their nail, is just kind of, and leaning back, right? Leaning back. The body language does not suggest let's go. The body language suggests a little bit of a hanging back energy, you know. And then we have a volcano like erupting in the background here. And this this to me does kind of echo this waiting. I get the sense that your person's waiting for the right time, or maybe waiting for a sign. I don't know. I can't say whether or not they're waiting from a sign for you, but the connecting energy between you two, is the World. So we have the World right in the middle here, which culminates an ending. It could also even culminate a leveling up, okay? So this is interesting. It could be read both ways. The Two of Pentacles leading to a new beginning on your part, soul searching, and then offering a cup. Is that in an effort to level this connection up, or is it closing it out and moving on? That could have been a proposal by you, a leveling up, and this person is considering it, weighing the pros and cons of how it fits into their tangible world and even into their spiritual world as well. You know, given that they're kind of waiting on a sign, they could be talking to people, okay? But at the end of the day, bottom line here is that there's a truth that you both share, okay? There's a truth that you both know. There's a new communication here, all right? You could have revealed this truth to your person. And they very well may be like seeing the spiritual connection of this, which is interesting. Or even considering this, you know, like, are you the right person for me based on my spiritual world, or maybe even advice that I've gotten from other people. You know, we do need a little bit of clarification here, because it seems like, I mean, like I said, it could be a leveling up, because this is also, when it comes to relationships, this is commitment, and this is a proposal, all right? The proposal, and I want to say, I mean, given this energy that precedes it with the Fool and the Hermit, I would say there's a lot of feeling in a very strong proposal, like the inner feelings are strong, but the presentation is, I don't want to call it weak. It's not a weak presentation, but there's something of a downgrade about this presentation. You know, maybe the offer was kind of put in a very, oh, well, you know, do you want to do this or not? I mean, it's cool. Yeah, you know, it's not like, hey, let's do this. Like, I really want this. Like, it's seems to be connected to a very dreamy, kind of fluid, not particularly, I mean, I don't know. There is a horse here, so there is some grounding in a way, but it is moving, right? The Knight of Cups is a very dreamy energy. It's a very charming energy, okay? And they have a lot of love to give. However, they may be unrealistic a little bit in their approach. Very swept away by the potential of something, okay? All right, and with the Wheel of Fortune, it's like things may have happened for either one of you that was kind of out of your control, and it's one of those cards of, you know, we make our choices and we get clearer, right? Action, reaction, what has been happening. Let's go ahead and clarify that Wheel of Fortune. Spirit, tell me about the Wheel of Fortune, please. The Nine of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the Seven of Wands. Okay. So what we have here is some indecision, some willful blindness energy, okay? Willful blindness around whatever choice that was made, whatever cycle has been, you know, where the wheel of time has led you. Okay, pile number one. there is something to be said about the Nine of Cups. Now, the Nine of Cups is an energy of trying to get your groove back here, okay? Because the nine comes after the 8, and with the 8, there was a walking away or a departure. So something with the Wheel of Fortune, you know, and the world has cycled out. Okay. This is odd. There's some sort of tear on one of my cards. It's very distracting. Okay. So yeah, and so I think that basically what you're doing, pile number 1, is that you are actually cycling out this relationship. Okay, I'm just going to stick with one storyline here, but take it as it resonates. You know, you could very well be cycling this out, and you could have had a lot of willful blindness about the directionality of this or the potential for growth here with this person. Okay? It would appear that they do have some sort of commitment on their mind, but there is a human and han over here. Okay? So I think what you decided to do was, you know, focus your energies on things that made you happy. You know, focusing your energies on, you know, other things in your life. Does this hit the same? Does it not? You know, and really getting your boundaries back. There is a defensive and guarded energy with this 7 of Wands. However, it can also be deceptive because, you know, what is this person guarding themselves against? Are they a bunch of wands sticking out of the ground? Is it an angry mob? Is it a, you know, a gaggle of fans? Like, what is this, right? So this person, and usually this figure is wearing 2 different shoes and is kind of dressed in an odd kind of way. So I get the sense that there could be a guardedness about you that you're carrying at this time, that, you know, you really want to stand your ground, right? But there's also an energy of determining friend from foe here. I get the sense that you just needed to like step away and find your happiness. Like this indecision or willful blindness energy is just kind of being stuck in some sort of weird cycle with trying to gain perspective, you know, trying to get away a little bit, get clearer on your boundaries, because sometimes we can't even figure it out, you know, or maybe we just don't want to really recognize the reality here. Let's go ahead and clarify. Let's go ahead and clarify the world energy here. Let's look at this world energy, the unifying energy between you two, pile number 1. Okay, Spirit, can you tell me more about the world, please? I also get this sense something else that came up for me for this Wheel of Fortune clarification is that given that you are dusting yourself off and starting anew, after some healing and meditation, introspection, and moving forward and keeping an open heart, not only are you keeping an open heart, but you're very mindful of your boundaries, okay? You're wanting to find something that's good for you, wanting to maybe keep things a bit lighthearted, but you also don't want to find yourself in an indecisive situation or step right back into some sort of dynamic, right? All right, the world was clarified by the 5 of Wands, the 4 of Wands, and the Magician. Yeah, somebody, and I think that this is you, pile one, was trying to create and manifest some level of stability in this relationship. And there was a lot of conflict around that. There was competition, or could have been competition from the outside, but also, excuse me, you and your person very well could have been in competition about how that looked and how it would, how that would play out, or even if it would happen at all. You know what I mean? It's like, I want stability. No, it's an interesting energy. But the other thing is that either you or your person also could have had outside influences as well, influencing this this relationship. And I feel like it did get to a point where it was just time to put a bow on it. Okay. Let's look at the Sword of Truth here in the middle. Actually, I want to look at the Hierophant first. Spirit, can you please tell me about the Hierophant, please? The other thing that just came to me is that these are two very strongly grounded and committed cards, all right? Like the King of Pentacles is like, the father, the husband, committed, grounded, dedicated, like very much focused and present and stable, all right? The Hierophant has to do with a higher level of commitment, spirituality, all the things, which is a very, very strong contrast to this energy up here. And this energy down here comes after this. So I would wonder whether or not it takes, if this person is then kind of considering or like getting in touch with their want for a commitment after you have kind of stepped away here, because we have the Fool on your side, okay? 7 of Cups, 3 of Cups, 10 of Swords. Yeah, so here's the thing. They very well could be recommitting. I get the sense they're just recommitting to themselves and their coin, okay? Because we have the 7 of Cups, which is being spoiled for choice. 3 of Cups, which is a very lighthearted, basic social interactions, getting together with friends, but also keeping it light, keeping it cute, right? And then a 10 of Swords here. So, it's like there is an ending, a painful ending. There's 2 people in this card where typically it's not that way, but, here we are. And I wonder, I don't know, maybe your person is feeling a bit dramatic, as if you're the one who came in and just like did this to them, or if it's vice versa, right? Your person could also be, kind of in a very confused space and feeling unclear about things, about this ending, and therefore, trying to get clarity by consulting others or a therapist or a mentor, spirituality, moral compass stuff, okay? The other piece about the Hierophant is that they are by the book. It's like by the book. So, this person very well could be like, well, if I'm in such a confused state and I'm kind of lost in illusion, or really feeling just kind of like I'm rudderless and not too sure what to choose, then I'm not going to choose at all. What I am going to choose is to just, not just, but like maybe take their time, right? Take their time, focus on the things that they can control, focus on the area of their life where they do not feel confused in their tangible, everyday realm of their life, And they could even be struggling with their own spirituality as well, given the Seven of Cups and the clarifying, being part of the energy that clarifies the Hierophant here. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the Ace of Swords. Your energy seems to be a lot more straightforward. If you're resonating with this side, pile number 1, it feels a lot more straightforward to me, because we definitely have like the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Swords. There's this kind of going back and forth, and after introspection, you're opening up starting a whole brand new cycle here. So let's go ahead and look at the finish. The sword of truth between you two at the end of the day here. Four of Pentacles, excuse me, the Death, and the Nine of Wands. Yeah, so over on each side of this, okay, and I'm going to pop them up a little bit because I know that this was kind of like the very bottom of the frame. The Sword of Truth here is, there's the Death in the middle, irrevocable change, and ending. We have 2 ending cards. Actually, we have 3 ending cards, right? The World, the Death, and the Ten of Swords. There could have been a betrayal or deception, very much so here, but be that as it may, Sword of Truth is that there's too much closed off energy for this to grow. And whether or not that's on your side or their side is not, and maybe not the most important thing, but it is the truth of the matter. Okay, this is a guarded energy, but this is also an energy of doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And here we have the Wheel of Fortune, and that was something that I opened the reading with regard to cycles. Okay, so I get the sense that if you guys had been in a pattern or a cycle with one another, that is, you know, finally shutting down. Like, this is the last merry-go-round. Okay, this is the last merry-go-round here, because there's guarded and held back energy. This is also an energy of holding on. So either you or your person could be really struggling trying to hold on to this despite this death energy here, despite everything that we've gone over so far. You know, what I'm looking at, what I see here, pile number 1, are just 2 people. They're both really good people, but they're just not compatible, or they just both want different things. They both want different things, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know? So I think at the end of the day, it's about recognizing that and moving forward. And I think that, you know, this energy over here has much more, like, not much more, but feels clear, kind of like feels like the runway is open for takeoff with the Fool. This person, I feel, is really, you know, in a process of kind of sorting things out, gaining clarity, doing some healing, still keeping it not super deep. Like, what is that phrase that I hear? It's just not that deep, you know what I mean? And not that this person is shallow, but I feel like when we are in process of trying to get ourselves figured out, trying to figure out what it is that we want, or what fits into our long term, any of that business fits into our spiritual life or our moral compass, we keep it light, all right? And that's what I think is a strong energy on this side is that if this person's going to commit to anything, they want to be sure. They want to be clear, right? So that's where we're at for the tarot pile number 1. I'm going to go ahead and pick let's do a surrender card. I'm going to pick a few here. But I'm just going to I think I'll just do a surrender card for you guys. Okay. Let's see. All right, the power of surrender. Surrender to the wisdom of your body. Okay. Listen to your body's messages about a person or situation. If you feel physically drained or uncomfortable, be cautious. If you are energized and happy, move forward. I think that's really good advice for this over here, right? Because it's kind of like, I get the sense, pile number 1, if you resonated more with this side of the reading. And this is even good advice for this energy as well, because if you're trying to figure things out, listen to your body. If you're wanting to set better boundaries, you know, when it comes to the energetic, intuitive hits that you get from people, if you're going to be putting yourself back out there with this Knight of Cups, you want to trust your body. Trust the signals that are coming through, you know, that energetic pull, that energetic, you know, in the solar plexus especially, be aware of what it feels like for you when you're being manipulated, or when you are, you know, just, you know, maybe even your sacral chakra is being activated over your heart chakra. And that very well could be a good thing, you know, but be that as it may, I'm going to leave it there for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to hit the like button. I really appreciate your viewership, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye. Hello, pile 2. If you picked the, I think it's Appetite. Yeah, the blue Appetite heart and the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, this is your reading. Okay. All right, let's get into it. So like I was telling pile number 1, and I'll be telling everybody at the beginning of each of these readings, I'll be pulling energy on you and your person. Take what resonates, flip the energies if it comes out flip-flopped. Typically, the very first row that I pull is you, and then the second row is them, the connected energies, and then the outcome, okay? I will clarify if I feel the need to, but no guarantees that every card will be clarified, all right? What else? Thank you so much for your likes and your shares and subscribes and comments. Let me know in the comment section how this resonated for you. Don't try to make anything fit, okay? That's when we get into trouble. If it resonates, you will know it. If you find that a particular pile doesn't resonate with you, go on ahead and pick a different pile and see if you have a message there, all right? So I'm going to invite Spirit in at this time with so much gratitude and respectfully request a message for pile number 2 for their greatest and highest good at this time. Please and thank you, Spirit. And since this layout is kind of like long ways, I'm gonna have to stagger the cards here. But not to worry, I will tell you what they mean. That's what I'm here for. Okay. Opa. Oop. All right. Okay, bottom of the deck energy, we have the Magician. Okay, so you guys are manifesting right now. Could quite possibly be manifesting with each other or separately from one another, trying to manifest, what's next. All right. Excuse me. So on your side, pile number 1, we have the 3 of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, the 8 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Wow, 2 queens. Yes. Okay, whenever you receive a queen in a reading, that's a high five from the universe. Just remember that. So you're definitely working with some beautiful queen energy here, pile number 2. Very loving, very grounded, intentional, feminine, and the call here is for self-care, okay? The call here, I believe what is on the manifestation menu for you is a lot of self-care, getting in touch with friends, keeping things light, keeping it cute, and communicating. You could even have some travel coming up for yourself, all right, with the 8 of Wands. You could even be in a planning mode when it comes to your tangible world. A lot of times, Queen of Pentacles is very good, and Queens and Kings, very good with money, all right? Could even quite possibly be a small business owner, okay? Or maybe you're thinking about starting up your own business, whatever the case may be. Now, the invitation from Spirit here is keeping your heart open, like I get the sense that in this connection, you have been very mindful about not abandoning yourself, because there is and not abandoning the other people in your life, right? Also, because this speaks of presence, and not presence like here, I'm here to give you a present, but actual physical, emotional presence, like attunement to those around you, okay? You could even be you attune to people through your communication and speaking to people's hearts and from the heart space. Very nurturing energy, pile number 1, or pile number 2, row number 1, excuse me. On your person's side, I believe this is the 7 of Swords here. So we have the 7 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, the Death card, and the Justice, all right? So straight away, and we'll go ahead and clarify, but I mean, when I see the 7 of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the Death, and then the Justice and the outcome, I just get the sense that there was some deception here. Could have been with, a Queen of Wands is someone who's very attractive and inspiring. Your person could hold this energy, okay? Or they very well may have stepped out, cheated, okay? Because we have the Death card here. So if anyone were to, cheat, that typically would bring an end to a relationship if that was discovered. Given that the 7 of Swords here, that means that there was some strategy around keeping it hidden, okay? So your person's bringing some dodgy deception strategy to the relationship. That's the energy that they're carrying here. And, you know, there's confidence, but at the same time, that's why I get the sense that this is a different person, that this is somebody else, because you can't, I mean, you can, I suppose, if you're like very confident in the deception that you engage in, or if you're very confident in your strategy. However, the Queen of Wands is somebody who is not, they're going to stand by what they proclaim. They're going to stand by themselves because they have this inherent inner confidence and inner fire. Okay? So, you know, your person might project that energy as well, but inside might not feel that way. There's a, you know, it's interesting when it comes to tarot, there are, you know, nuanced ways to read the cards when they're all put together, but we do have the Death energy here, and we also have the Justice. Okay, and we'll definitely clarify. The connecting energy between you two is the Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Four of Cups really speaks to, you know, boredom. A lot of times it can be, because fours are about stability and cups are emotions. Sometimes there could be emotional stagnancy here, which leads to boredom. Okay, there's so much stability in this emotional state. It's just it's just boring, you know. Like whoever here, I'm getting this is on your person's side, or if you're resonating with this, perhaps you are somebody who is like, I like to keep things spicy, I like to keep things unpredictable and things like that. And with the Four of Cups, that's something that's very kind of predictable, and there could be some stagnation. However, the water here is flowing. There is some flow, but it is also not very deep. Okay? So there's dissatisfaction, and could even be a rejection. There's rejection energy in between you two here. Yeah. And at the end of the day, we have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Cups and the Four of Swords. With the Four of Swords, there is a respite time. There is a going quiet time. I don't get the sense that you and your person are speaking to one another right now. There can also be like a, you know, one or both of you is really kind of taking time to rest and heal and rejuvenate and think very deeply about things, because this energy is very strong. The Queen of Cups and the Justice, you know. Perhaps your person was trying to strategize an ending to this relationship as a way to, you know, bring a fair outcome here. Okay, but we'll definitely clarify. Okay, let's see, what do we clarify for? Let's go ahead and clarify the bottom of the deck energy here. The Magician. Spirit, can you tell me about the Magician, please? What can you tell me about the Magician? If ever there's a time when I'm like, you know, shuffling my cards and it's taking too long for you, that's totally fine, but it is my process. You can go ahead and just swipe up on the video, and when the little, it's got frame by frame, and then you can just scoot it. You can scoot it and advance the video. So that's all nice little tool. Clarifying the Magician, we have the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Cups, and the 9 of Swords. There is a lot of nostalgia here between you and your person. But there is hardship when it comes to what to manifest. Like, or even what has been made manifest already, right? Like, manifestation energy isn't always just about what we are manifesting next. It can be like, look what we have manifested. And how are we feeling about that? And with the nostalgia card here, it's kind of like, well, retrospective, right? Like, look at what was manifested and like, how did that play out and how did that feel? And I do get the sense that you and your person are very strongly connected with this Six of Cups, okay? There can be like you know, you very well may even be siblings, you know, but this is a love relationship, and siblings love one another, but not in that way, you know. Romantic love here. One of you or both of you have definitely been feeling the weight of this connection, and also the inner turmoil around what you have manifested with one another. Ten of Wands, you know, sometimes it's like feeling like you have to be all things to all people. It's also about identity formation. There can even be struggles with, you know, showing up as one authentic version of oneself. And then with the Nine of Swords, there's worry, there's sleepless nights, could even be some like mental health issues, depression. You know, a lot of times if people are struggling with their authenticity and struggling with their, you know, just worries and things like that that are a part of the Nine of Swords energy, they may feel the need to become strategic in how they relate with other people. Okay? Being dodgy, not being honest about what it is authentically their truth because of the need to be a different version of oneself to many different people. A lot of times this Ten of Wands is like a labor of love, right? It's kind of like continuing to roll with it and seeing something through, seeing something like to its finish. But I feel like either you or your person got to a point where they couldn't, and they, considering that they do have a lot of love and history with you, or you them, either one of you felt very conflicted and very, I don't know if I want to use the word disturbed, but like turmoil, like inner turmoil about the whole, how everything played out, how everything manifested, how everything played out. Okay. Spirit, can you tell me more about the Four of Cups, please? And, you know, pile number 2, you could, if this is your energy, you could also be thinking about a way in which, despite this energy, despite the whatever deception it was, or strategy on your person's side, there is still any communication that you do have, because Eight of Wands is about communication. You're still communicating with this person with a loving, compassionate, empathic heart. Okay? That's the thing about the Queen of Cups. It's unconditional love. And it's not to say that the Queen of Cups is a giant pushover. She's very powerful because she accepts people as they are and sees the situation and sees things for what it is, but doesn't fault the other person, doesn't demonize the other person, looks at it from a perspective of, I get it. I understand. You were strategic in whatever you were doing over here because that's what you felt like you needed to do in order to, you know, whatever. It's like, okay, it's like, I mean, we can't control what other energies people put into play in their lives, but what we can control is whether or not we're going to participate in any of that. Okay, so 4 of Cups, please, Spirit. 4 of Cups. Ace of Swords, 2 of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. The truth was revealed here in this union. And this very well could have felt as though neither you or your person, depending on how you resonate with this energy, had any control over it. And there is something to be said about we make our choices and we get clearer. The Wheel of Fortune is about karma. It's about the Wheel of Time. It's about action and reaction, okay? It's about cycles and patterns. And, you know, a truth was revealed about this connection and what choices were made and what that meant, okay? What it meant. It meant that somebody here, you know, was dissatisfied, was bored, was, you know, maybe even in kind of some sort of woe is me harumph energy and wanted to, you know, I don't know, maybe shake things up. Yeah. Make a decision to leave the relationship on account of their boredom, or, you know, the choice to reject was made here. This is very similar to pile number 1. Okay. Spirit, can you tell me about the 7 of Swords, please? Three of Swords, Page of Cups, and Knight of Cups. So, you know, only take this if it resonates, pile number 2, but this to me seems like a third-party situation, and, you know, someone cheated on this person, okay? Or at least stepped out of the union, whatever level of this union was. You know, yeah. Yeah, because we even have a 3 of Cups over here. So 3 Cups, 3 of Swords, 7 of Swords, Page and Knight, beginner energy, dreamy. Here's my Cup of Love energy. Could be a maturity difference for sure between these two people. There's a Queen of Wands here that can often represent, whether a King or Queen of Wands, it can often represent an affair partner. Okay. Spirit, can you tell me more about the Justice, please? Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Judgment. So, you know, it would appear here we have 3 pages on this side of the reading, okay? So whoever is experiencing this is really wanting to, you know, branch out and start over and, you know, be their own person again. And, you know, maybe even, and it's kind of this energy that's like wanting to explore, wanting to learn, wanting to be like a kid where things are fresh and new, you know, and there's an exploration feeling, you know, about it. And then there's Judgment, which is a very heavy-hitting energy, okay? And this is clarifying the Justice. I mean, honestly, if there was a third party here, I don't see that as justice by any means. I mean, I see the death and then the justice. I see that as being justice and not like actually putting anybody to death, but like an end of something, which it would appear that it may be this. Who knows? Maybe this person ended their affair and that's what they thought would be the best thing to do. And now they're kind of in judgment energy with themselves, wanting to resurrect, be a different version of themselves, and are just like trying to wash themselves clean and start over, you know, with this Page energy. There could even be children involved, okay? The Queen of Pentacles is often the wife and the mother in the minor arcana. You know, whoever was holding these secrets here probably felt the weight of those secrets, given all the different roles that they would play in their life, or the roles that they would play, you know, in their life. Like if there were children involved, there, you know, a parent and a partner and what have you, you know. And then there's this kind of background deception happening. So that's another way to read this energy. I feel like what's coming through though is that this person on this side wants to start over. Maybe they feel like they still haven't found what they're looking for. That could be a part of it as well. And not to say that if you are on this side that you weren't enough for this person. We can't control what's happening inside another person's spirit, you know, or psyche. A lot of times, depending on how old your person is, if you're at a particular age and you kind of have this propensity to, you know, feel like the next best thing is just around the corner, that has that's a whole other chapter of work that has nothing to do with anybody else, and solely has to do with the person, which would be, you know, the Judgment card here. You see all of these animals looking at the querent or the viewer, right? It's like being held accountable and looking at oneself, you know, and having to answer the call, or just, this is the council of animals is what it's called. So being held accountable. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the Four of Swords here. Can you tell me more about the Four of Swords? Queen of Swords, the Moon, and the Hermit. Yes. Fair enough. Absolutely. So Queen of Swords is the Queen of discernment and really cutting things out that do not like serve her world, okay? And it doesn't have to be, you know, its gender is, it is just an energy here, okay? So the moonlight, the moon, things were hidden. So this Queen of Swords here is really taking the time, is utilizing this Four of Swords energy. This I feel like is the minor representation of the Hermit energy. So I really like how that came out to clarify that. This person carrying the Queen of Swords energy is really taking their time to go inward, trust their inner guru, to heal, because the moon, things are in shadow. I get the sense that this healing is happening by the person who did not know what was being kind of hidden over here, and then through the revelation is now keeping unto themselves in order to heal. Yeah. And then at the bottom of the deck we have the Fool, and then we have the Devil. We have the Fool and the Liar, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. So yeah, somebody was deceptive here, big time. You know, and like I said before, the Queen of Cups, even though she's empathic and compassionate and all the things, you know, we carry more than one energy when it comes to the archetype. And I feel like this person over here is definitely stepping into their Queen of Swords energy. And, you know, it's like, fuck around and find out, right? Fuck around and find out. We make our choices and we get clear. That's what this means, all right? So there's that piece. I'm going to leave it there for the tarot, okay? Let's go ahead and pull Soulflower card and also an animal card for you, pile number 2. Columbine, abundance. Columbine encourages you to joyfully embrace life's bewildering array of uncertainties with the kind of confidence that doesn't require too much thought. Go with the flow, with what feels right. Abundance is the knowledge of security that comes with the acceptance that all of your needs are being met. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I'm seeing this as, you know, basically something, whatever had come down and whatever had to happen, or whatever happened had to happen. And perhaps that's the justice here, because it needed to be done, and now it's time for people to recognize the gain in the loss, okay? Let's go ahead and pull a Spirit of the Animals for you. And I pulled only one oracle for pile number 1, but I'm pulling 2 for pile number 2 because this seems like a very challenging experience. Humpback whale, singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Okie dokie. That is what I have for you, pile number 2. If this resonated for you in any way, do hit the like button and let me know in the comments. And sending you so much love and healing. And you take care. Bye. Hello, pile 3. If you picked the dendritic opal heart and the tarot made easy or tarot your own way, then this is your pile. Okay, so like I told pile 1 and 2, we're going to just pull some energies for you and your person, your current relationship at this time, and see and pull cards from there. I'll be pulling cards for your energy, their energy, the connecting energy, where the relationship stands at this time, and the potential outcome. I will not clarify all the cards, but more than likely I will clarify some of them for sure. Okay? So I'll go ahead and invite Spirit in. Invite Spirit in at this time with so much gratitude and respectfully request a message for pile number 3 for their greatest and highest good. Please and thank you, Spirit. I have to layer these on because, you know, when you do a reading where the cards are laid out long ways, it can get very long, and I don't have that kind of clearance here with my camera, so. But not to worry, I will call out the cards and read them for you, because that's what I'm here for. Okay. All right. Bottom of the deck energy, we have the Hermit. Okay, under that we have the 4 of Wands, but be that as it may. Okay. Pile number 3. Okay, on your side we have the King of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, the Moon, and the Lovers. On your person's side, and take these energies as they resonate. You could flip-flop them if you find yourself more on this side than this side, then you know, just go for that, okay? On this person's side, we have the Star, the Page of Swords. Let's make sure it's the Page. I'm certain it's the Page. Yeah, the Page of Swords, the Hierophant, and the 4 of Swords, okay? All right, the connecting energy of where your relationship is at this time is the 5 of Wands. And then in the potential outcome with the Lovers and the 4 of Swords, we have the Knight of Cups in the middle. These cards, despite it, all the piles being from 3 different decks, a lot of repeating cards. A lot of repeating cards. So, you know, if you feel like some of the energy or some of the messages resonate here, go ahead and check out pile 1 and 2, because I swear it's kind of like a repetitive theme here. So pile number 3, you are coming in with a lot of discernment at this time. Clear communication, clear in your boundaries about what it is that you're wanting to build, okay? What it is that you're wanting to build for your foundation, for your life here. because I get the sense that when it comes to this connection, since we have the Lovers card here, you needed to make a choice and to be very clear about what it was that you wanted, because with the Moon here, things were in the dark, things were being unspoken, okay? And given that the Hermit is here, I feel like you went or were in Hermit mode. You could even be in Hermit mode now, but there was a lot of soul searching that took place for this person on this side, and then they emerged to be like, well, this is my bottom line, you know, this is where I'm at. So, you know, casting any confusion or mystery aside when it comes to this connection and what they think about it, and, you know, I'm imagining what it is that they want with the Three of Pentacles here. How is it that they want this collaboration to look? What is it that they want to build? So on and so forth. The person over here, there's Star energy, Page of Swords energy, Hierophant, and the Four of Swords. I get the sense that your person is really kind of taking a time out at this time, trying to heal. They very well could even be trying to learn new things when it comes to their own spirituality, their own moral compass. They very well could have been initiating conversations with those in their life that they consider to be mentors and guides, all right? Whether that's anybody who's still alive or anybody in the spiritual realm. Yeah, I mean, with the Page of Swords, there's also the looky-loo vibe. You know, I know that a lot of people say that the Page of Swords is somebody who could be watching you on social media, okay? In the connection at this time, there is the Five of Wands, so there's conflict here. There very well could have been outside influence or competition on some level. Both of you could have been at odds with how to create some sort of, you know, establish this lover's relationship and really like define what it was or what it is, okay? What is it that you both want to build here? It would appear that this person is more interested in building, where I'm not too sure what this person is interested in. It would appear that they're definitely interested right now in their own healing and also in their own spiritual ascension, okay? And really finding the thing that makes them happy, you know, with the Star, the wish fulfillment. I'm going to cover her back up there. With the Star, the wish fulfillment. You know, this person could be in a state of, you know, whatever it is that they want is just out of reach. Maybe they feel like they haven't found what they're looking for yet. That was a message that came through in the previous pile as well. So at the end of the day here, when it comes to this lover's connection, there is a Page of Cups, or sorry, Knight of Cups energy coming in this way to, you know, it would appear that this knight is going to be offering their cup to this person who's been resting and in respite mode. They're also in meditation mode, you know, the deep contemplative energy, even amplified by the Hermit here. So let's go ahead. I've clarified I want to clarify the Hermit. The previous two piles, I clarified that energy as well. I typically do because I like that because it kind of gives the even more insight into the overall energy of the reading. Okay. Spirit, can you tell me about the Hermit, please? Judgment, Eight of Pentacles, Justice. Wow. Wow. That is really powerful. Yeah, makes perfect sense too. Gosh. You know, the Hermit is the invitation, and I believe that it is definitely the practice, especially of this person over here at this time, currently going inward, right? And consulting their inner guru, consulting, getting in touch with what they know is right by the book energy, okay, with the Hierophant here. This is also commitment energy, so this person could be thinking a lot about whether or not to commit to this person here, okay, given that this person's coming out loud and clear with their vision for stability and wanting to cast away, you know, any shadow on this connection. So this person is in hermit mode, trying to figure out what is the best decision, what is the fairest and highest minded decision. We have that amplified by the Justice, the Hierophant, and the Judgment. Now, the Judgment is heeding a call, a resurrection, and being born anew, okay? Being born anew. You could read that both ways. It could be this person being born anew to leave this union, right? It could also be this person being born anew, becoming a newer version of themselves by committing and accepting this loving cup here from the Knight of Cups. And with the Lovers, this commitment energy, Hierophant, and even with the Three of Pentacles, this person's coming in very clearly about what it is they're wanting to offer, clearing away any confusion. And they've given this person a lot to think about, okay? And we do have the Judgment here and the Justice. So, you know, over on this person's side, I can hear them or see them saying, you know, the best decision for me to make is to walk away because I don't want the same thing. Or it can be the best decision for me to make, for everybody involved and myself included, is to grow and become a different version of myself that I'm used to. That's another way to read that energy. Given that the Eight of Pentacles is here, I get the sense that whatever this decision is going to be a lot of work. I mean, I get the sense that it's a lot of work right now for this person to be meditating this hard on this offer, okay? Additionally, if this is requiring, like, I mean, either way, if it's requiring a change and a completely different look, whether it be the end of it or the leveling up of it and the commitment of this union, that is going to be a lot of work on this person's part. Either way it goes. Either way. And they very well could be focusing a lot, I mean, in a tangible sense, they could very well be focusing a lot in their waking hours on their work. A lot of times people will do that when the situation is highly emotionally charged and they are being called to the mat to make a decision, which I feel like this King of Swords is doing here. And this has been hard because this is conflict. This person very well may even feel as though their level of maturity might not be where they want it to be in relation to this person, because here we have a Page of Swords and over here we have a King of Swords. Okay, so there could be some thoughts or fears around that. Perhaps they recognize an opportunity for growth in an effort to reach their star. Perhaps they're questioning about whether or not this commitment or this relationship fits their idea of a star, wish fulfillment. Okay. But yeah, I feel like this person on this side is coming forward with some very straightforward energy. And this person is definitely giving it a lot of deep thought, okay? A lot of deep thought. And then the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Pentacles, so this is about a commitment. And then the Emperor, okay? And then the Knight of Pentacles. So it's like there's control at the center here. And then, you know, moving quite slowly about one's future endeavors and what it is they want to plant for the long term, what it is that they want to commit to, okay? How they want their world to look, their boundaries, their empire, their structure, everything. All right, so let's go ahead. I mean, to be fair, this all seems very straightforward, pile number 3. But let me go ahead and clarify the, let's clarify the current energy between you two, which is the Five of Wands here. Yeah, so the struggle is with boundaries, and it's also with the depth of the connection. It's also, the struggle is about holding on or holding back. And with the Four of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands, I mean, this is quite defensive energy. Holding it close to the vest, keeping one's heart blocked with the tangible. This is also strong energy for one who is very mindful about what it is that they feel like they have, that they can't let go of, right? Like, I can't let go of this because it's all I have, you know? And that very well could be associated, at least for this person, like we've spoken about before, identity, because this is about letting a part of ourselves die off so another part of ourselves can be born anew, right? And that's very difficult to do. There's something about this connection that's like, in between this guarded energy, we have a very light-hearted, jovial, I don't want to say shallow, because this is very valuable energy, but it is not very deep, okay? It's very basic social engagement, which is lovely, and it's very light. It's very, it's just not deep. It's just not deep. It's fun. So I think that the conflict is about going deeper here, and one being able to open up or not, or being quite resistant to that. I'm going to clarify the star up here. High Priestess, Temperance, and Ten of Swords. Shit, man. There are so many majors in this reading. There are so many major arcana in this reading. It's wild. Clarifying the star, we have the High Priestess, the Temperance, and the Ten of Swords. So the star represents deep healing. It also represents one's like most wished for desires and just something that like someone finally reaching this place that is akin to the promised land, but inside their own soul, you know, like just very clear. And what we have clarifying that is the High Priestess and the Temperance, okay? When the High Priestess shows up in your reading, that is an invitation from Spirit that says, the time has arrived for you to do your inner work. Okay? Huge. Huge. And coupled with the Temperance here, this is all about a renewal of one's own spirit, beginning the work to dive deep into the depths of their own psyche and inner world, to really figure out who they are, to take experiences from the past leading up to now and making meaning of that for themselves and how that has contributed to their psyche, to their character, you know, to their personhood. I mean, this is freaking huge, this energy, huge. I mean, here this person is over here being like, this is what I want. No. Like, they're like very straightforward, clear, from A to B. This is how I want to build this, blah, blah, blah. Let's clear away any confusion. But the thing is, on this person's side, it's like, yo, you can come in here with your sword and swipe away and cut anything out with regard to this confusion and this darkness, but guess what? I got a whole hell of a lot more work to do over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is heavy hitting energy. If this person wants to be partnered with this person, I honestly don't think that this person is ready for that at all. And it's not just about being with them. It's about being with anybody. Because this is deep. This is an invitation from Spirit for deep, deep spiritual work. We're talking like going to therapy, digging into the stuff, really looking at ways in which one shows up for themselves, for other people, just the whole frickin' 9 yards, okay? So I can't stress that enough. That is the key to this person's healing on this side, because they have a lot of pain to unpack. A lot of pain to unpack and to heal. I mean, even the Hierophant is a therapist or a clergy, right? Somebody that you can talk to. Deep, deep inner work. Because, you know, this person feels like a freaking page in their life. And to be frank, that very well is quite possibly the way that they have been able to show up in their lives up until this point, because Page is very beginner energy. Page is at the doorstep, they have what it takes, right? All the pages, they have what it takes, but there is an emotional, there is an invitation from Spirit for growth. Okay, so I feel like this person on this side is very much at the doorstep of that. And I think that they know that with this Four of Swords and this Hermit over here. And the Judgment, hearing the call, knowing that they have work to do. Knowing that they have work to do on themselves. And that being the fairest and highest response to this offer. The choice. Damn, Sam. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think's going on for you, pile number 3. Okay? For you and your person, or you and your person. Depending on where you fall in here, what part of the reading you resonate with. And I mean, there's no judgment here as far as like, oh, this person's got to do their work. No, this is beautiful. It's like the time has come, you know, for this spiritual ascension, for, you know, this awakening here. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull, I want to pull a card from the language of letting go. Oof, and my foot has fallen asleep, so getting out of that chair is a challenge. Ooh, hang on, here we go. Okay, ugh, ouch, Jesus, okay. Boop. All right. From the language of letting go. Okay. Okay. All right. Being direct. Today I will own my own power and be direct, and I will be clear and honest in my dealings with other people. If I'm comfortable with my own truth, then those around me will be comfortable with me too. Yeah. Accepting change. Today I will be open to the process of change. I will trust my higher power and believe that the place where I'll be dropped off is better than the place where I was picked up. I know that change is necessary to take me wherever I need to go. Oh, that's beautiful energy. I love that. Okay, I'm gonna get a Soulflower card. Actually, I'll do an animal card first, and then a Soulflower. A lot of times I end up picking more oracle cards, like the heavier the reading. Hawk, messenger. Spirit is sending you a message. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. Yes. We're talking about ascension, spiritual ascension. This is your message. Okay. All right. One more. Black-Eyed Susan, recognition. Sometimes it is easier to bury hurt feelings and difficult emotions. Black-Eyed Susan gently helps you to wake up and recognize all aspects of yourself, even those you deem ugly or unworthy. Even your deepest, darkest truths need to be shown the light of love and honored as part of your human experience. That's exactly what this whole thing was talking about. I think that's very fitting. Pile number 3. Okay, I'm going to leave it there for you. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate your viewership, and please like the video, comment, share, all the YouTubey things, okay? Mwah. Have a great day. Bye.